Hey, what's up, guys? It's actually first thing I want to say is that I it was a temporary name as Amazing Arcanine. I just wanted to think of something that I could stick with for a while and keep it, and I just decided to keep a nickname that a lot that some of my friends and some of my family calls me, and that is Deemdo. So that's it. I might actually end up changing the spelling on it though. I'm not sure if I want to do Demdoe or Demdaux, and that means I'm probably going to switch it to Deaux, because then you can call me Deem Dukes, Deemdo, whatever you want. But this video right here is going to be about team building. Right now, I only have one that I created for a tournament that I'm participating in on Saturday. It is GE's Tournament 2, and I also want to go over how I make my teams really quickly. I will show you guys how I do that. When I start out my team, I start out by picking a Pokemon that I like and I want to build the team around. So let's just look for a Pokemon that I like, not just a strong Pokemon, just one that I like. And we can start out with uh, you can start out with my favorite Pokemon since I have him in all of my teams. So we'll start out with Arcanine, who is a physical attacker. So we're gonna go straight to the EVs first, just to get this set up. Arcanine is meant to be a fast physical attacker, so you're gonna uh, he's meant to be a fast physical attacker, but I usually don't run him like that. I usually run max attack. I run 200 in defense, and then I run the rest in speed, so he can still beat some Pokemon in speed, but doesn't need it all. And then with the special defense, he can eat up some attacks. I will run an Adamant Nature to give him that little attack boost to put him up to 252 attack, so he runs Adamant Nature. Now we can go back to the item. Since, like I said, he likes to eat up special attacks with the special defense EVs, I run him with an assault vest. So we're actually gonna change this to just 4 EVs here and to this, cause there's always those Hydreigons out there. The Choice Specs Hydreigons. He can, if you run it like this, he can run he can live a Draco Meteor from them, and that's a pretty powerful attack, max special attack Draco Meteor from a Hydreigon. So yeah, that's how we're going to start out. Now to the moveset, or ability, Intimidate. I run Intimidate, so I always have the chance to lower their attack, so they can't OHKO me with like an Earthquake. I sometimes run, or some people run Flash Fire or Justified. You can run it how you want. I don't run Flash Fire because not many people are going to attack an Arcanine with a Fire attack, or a Dark attack really, because Arcanine can run some. He has a pretty good move pool. Like, we're gonna start out right here with a close combat. It does some really good damage to rock types, also normal types like Exploud. Those things can just demolish an Arcanine. But normal types, rock types, it also does really good damage on the dark types, which is how I beat the Hydreigons. Next move that we're gonna run is gonna be Extreme Speed, just because it has +2 priority, and that's always good. Yeah, like I said, Extreme Speed for the +2 priority. It always helps to have a priority move if they're low. Plus, it does some pretty good damage. In a battle I had today, Extreme Speed did a 47% to a Rotom, which is really good, seeing as they're usually walls. Next move we're going to go for will be a stab move. It will be Flare Blitz. It is one of the most powerful moves that he can run. It really helps when you're facing Pokemon like bug types, grass types. It'll also help just facing any Pokemon that needs damage done to it. And then depending on who else I'm going to run on the team, I'll run Outrage or Wild Charge for this specific set. We're going to run Wild Charge to take out some water types, just because water types can really be a problem for Arcanine, but since he has the major special defense, he can eat up a water type move and then just destroy them. So now that we have the Pokemon that we're going to start with, he's a physical attacker, we can go to the next one. I like to run 2 physical attackers, 2 special attackers, and then a physical wall and a defensive wall, or in a specially defensive wall. So I will be right back once. Sorry, I am back because people in my house do not know how to shut up. Oh, so now that we have our base for the team, which is Arcanine, we can start choosing our walls. And I have in mind right now a physical wall, and he goes by the name of Slowbro. And Slowbro, he can, most people would probably run leftovers on him, because that's what I'm going to run. And then I'm going to think about it, and then I'm going to think about his thing. I'm probably going to go with Regenerator, just because when he has to switch out, you can gain your health back. And here, we're for sure going to go with Slack Off to gain health while he's still in there. You can go with Scald for an attack move. Also Psychic, since he is a Psychic type, he will get stab on it. And then we can also go with Flamethrower, just for those random coverages that people aren't expecting. We can go with the set that they're offering to us, which is 252 HP, 252 defense, and 4 in special attack, just to give you a little bit more boost on them. And this will give you a really good physical wall against, like, Arcanine with Wild Charge. That would be an example of something that would be good against. So yeah, now we can move on to a special attacker. A good example of a special attacker would be Noivern. Noivern is he's a really fast Pokemon that also is a great choice specs user, which boosts its special attack by 1.5. And then you can either run Infiltrator or Frisk. I'm going to run Infiltrator just because it'll be better for that type of stuff. We can, that has a Noivern. I'd most likely run a Draco Meteor for the stab, and then also Air Slash for stab and flinch. Another move that Noivern usually run is U-turn, just to get out of there, because that can always that can always help. And then I'm also going to run Hurricane, just because it's a great move, and as a Noivern, you're going to want to max out your speed and special attack, because it's a very fast, like I said, very fast, very strong special attacker. And then I'm going to want to put the last 4 in HP, just to give it that little bit of boost that it needs to stay alive. We're going to give it a plus speed minus attack, no, not minus attack, because U-turn. How about plus speed minus defense nature, because he's not really going to be hit by anything since he is very fast. So yeah, that's going to be our special attack for the team. Sorry if I'm going a bit faster, it's just that I spent 4 minutes on the very beginning of the video explaining some stuff. But yeah, so now we have the base of our team as a physical attacker, a special attacker, and a physical wall. Now we can go to our special wall, and I'm thinking Togekiss with a base 115 special defense and 120 special attack, so that will work pretty well. We're going to give it leftovers to hold, and that will help. And we will use Serene Grace, because that gives you a better chance to flinch. And just saying flinch means that we're going to be using Air Slash on it. We are also going to be using Extreme Speed, just to make sure that we can get the damage off. And I think that Togekiss can run Defog as well, because that, yeah, Defog, that always will help against some rocks. And then for the final one, we're going to use Roost. So we have 2 attacking moves and 2 defensive moves. We're going to give him max special defense EVs, and we can also give him max HP and then the rest in defense, with a defensive nature. So then he'll be able to take some hits. We'll go plus defense minus attack, or I keep reading that I'm running physical moves. Plus defense minus speed would work, or plus defense minus speed would probably be the best set to run on him, just because he's not meant to be a speedy Pokemon. He's meant to be a wall that can attack if it needs to. So first I just need to find that nature. Defense attack, defense special attack. Is it sassy? No. Timid. Speed minus attack. Where is speed minus or minus speed, plus defense minus speed? Relax. I was looking for the wrong thing. Okay, so now we have our 2 walls set for the team. The next thing that we're going to want to run is going to be either a Mega Pokemon for a physical attacker, which for a Mega Pokemon, I'd probably want to run I'm gonna run a Tyranitar. Also, if Togekiss isn't able to run Defog, then another good defogger to run would be a Life Orb Scizor that works, and we're gonna run Sandstream with the Tyranitarite as our Pokemon. We're gonna run Stealth Rocks for sure, just because that can really help. We're also going to run Crunch, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. Not Stone Edge, just because Stone Edge can miss, and you don't want that. And this also has a 30% chance to flinch. So as this, we're going to be running Bulky and Attack. So he's going to have a solid 404, 367, and then we're going to run 4 in HP, or in Speed. And we're going to run plus Defense minus Special Attack on him. Impish Nature, and then so there we have our another physical attacker, and finally we are on a special attacker, a second one. A good special attacker is Greninja. He can run, I'm gonna run Life Orb with him, and he's gonna run Protein. He's really good because Protein gives him the ability to use any or he gives him stab on any moves. So we're gonna give him Dark Pulse to deal with ghost types. We're going to give him Scald just because Scald is great. It's a great move. We're going to give it U-Turn for just getting out of there if we need it. And finally, we're going to give it Shadow Sneak for priority, I think. Unless there's another move for priority. We'll leave it Water Shuriken. And here we're going to be running Special Attack, HP, and Speed, and then we're going to give it a plus Speed minus Attack Nature. Even though we have U-Turn, he's not really going to be using it that much, so we're going to give it the Timid Nature. And now that we have our team, we're going to be trying it out in a battle, if it'll let us use it. So here we go. And here we go, we got a battle here, and this guy has a setup team. I'm pretty sure he's running Drifblim with Stockpile Baton Pass. So here a good lead, because Tyranitar can take on pretty much all of his team except for the Cloyster and the Muck. So I'm going to lead with Tyranitar, and it can take out this Fortress, but what the Fortress most likely isn't predicting is me to set up Rocks first turn. So I'm going to Mega Evolve and set up Rocks. He also set up Rocks. So now, predicting his Cloyster to come in, I am going to use Rock Slide, which it doesn't. Hopefully it flinches him. It didn't, but he did go for the Rapid Spin. And now he took away my rocks, so I'm gonna go for another Rock Slide, hoping for the flinch. I got the flinch. We're gonna go for a fourth Rock Slide, and then we're gonna, now that his Fortress is down, he has no more Rapid Spinner, and now he has his Metagross. I'm gonna throw out the Stealth Rocks really quickly just because I don't want to lose it. He used Explosion, wasting another one of his pokes, and I'm not gonna die from it. I'm gonna live easily with the HP, and he forfeit. So we're gonna try doing another battle just because he forfeit, but you can see that it works out pretty well so far. Seeing his team, he's gonna lead off with probably his Mamoswine to set up rocks. Galvantula, I wasn't expecting this at all, so I'm gonna go for the Dark Pulse depending on who's faster. And there we go. And then now that he's down so low, we can use the Water Shuriken. That's why we have priority moves. And we can finish him off with the Water Shuriken. And even if he does switch into his Mamoswine, then he's taking some good damage. And there goes his Galvantula, taking him out easily. And now that his Galvantula is down, we have time to see whatever Pokemon he brings in. and no matter what he brings in, it's gonna be taking some major damage from our Greninja, except for the Breloom that won't be taking too much. But depending on who's faster, I'm running 309 speed. Data Breloom 70 base speed. Data Greninja 122. Yeah, I should be faster. Yep. And now that I'm faster, I'm guessing that he's going for the Spore. So the only Pokemon that we can really let go to sleep would be Slowbro and Leech Seed. Okay, Slowbro has Regenerator, so that'll help us out. And he is a grass fighting type, so we're gonna go for the Flamethrower. See, he probably won't be expecting it, and if he doesn't, he went for Protect, which is a little bit disappointing, but now we can also go for the Psychic instead over it. He went for the Giga Drain, and it does a bit of damage, but not enough to take me out. A second Giga Drain won't take me out without Max Reel, but then the Leech Seed damage will take me out. And he got Max Roll, I mean, not real, Max Roll. But now we have Noivern, who can take out almost anything on his team with a... We'll just go with Air Slash, just because Noivern is, like I said, he's Choice Specs, max special attack. He should be doing some really good damage no matter what it is. And I missed the Air Slash, really. Okay, so I should still be faster unless he uses Ice Shard, which he should have used. Icicle Crash one-shots me. I'm not looking too good in this battle. This one isn't working out too well for me, but we can still pull through. It's not too bad. We lost 2 pokes. He's only lost 1, but any damage done on the Breloom is good. No matter what he uses, we can switch our Togekiss in and get the defog off so he doesn't have his hazards. And we also have Roost so we can recover if we need it. So now his Sticky Webs are gone. We can go for the Air Slash and do some damage on whatever he brings in. It should do some good damage, and he used Spore, exactly what I was scared of. So we're going to have to bring in the Arcanine. Sleep Clause isn't enabled, so you can't put anything else to sleep. That does absolutely nothing, and whatever he brings in is going to be taking damage. So we're just going to go with the Flare Blitz, because no matter what he brings in is taking damage, even if it's the Clodster. 33 damage, that's okay. Right now we're going to switch into our Greninja, and hopefully we survive an Earthquake or whatever he runs. And we do survive 1 Earthquake and the Sandstorm damage. So now we can hit him with a... Since he's a ground type, we can hit him with a Water Shuriken just to make sure that we survive this. You know, get one attack off. And this should do some really good damage no matter what Pokemon he brings in, unless he brings in the Breloom. And he does. Oh, he brings in the Mamoswine. The Mamoswine is going to die if I get one more hit, and I only get the 2 hits, which is really disappointing. We're gonna bring in the Tyranitar. We're gonna Mega Evolve, and we're gonna go for Crunch, and hopefully we do some good damage on him. See, this game I've made some bad predictions, and it's my fault. And that's where those little bit of defense EVs came into play right there. Even though it doesn't seem like it really helped, but it did. We didn't get our Stealth Rocks out, and now we're gonna die to his... No, we're not dying to a close combat. Or a Mach Punch. Fire Punch. That does more damage than it should have, but... Come on, wake up. And there we go, we're done right there. We basically lose the battle, but we're not gonna... But we're not gonna quit. We're gonna lose valiantly, and we're gonna maybe try one more battle, depending on what happens here. And we're gonna go for the Extreme Speed, and it should do okay damage, but 45. Now that his defense is down, I can go for a second extreme speed and take him out right there. Especially with the defense drop is the only reason I could take him out, even if he would have had. But we're not going to be able to, almost for sure not going to be able to win, because I'm probably going to end up dying from yep, we died from recoil. But that is basically this team. We're going to try one last time, see if we can get a good battle in. And this team looks pretty threatening. We can start off with the Tyranitar. And just so this battle can go fast, we're going to do that. And he predicted my Tyranitar lead. So he's obviously going to go for a water type move. So we can switch into our Slowbro, who's to eat up his Hydro Pump. Volt Switch, he expected me too well. A little too well than I should have been playing. So I played a little stupid there. But we do run Slack Off, so we can eat up whatever happens. So we're going to go for the Slack Off right away and get most of our health back. He's going to go for another Giga Drain. I'm going to go for another Slack Off. Oh, free switch. Full health. Now we can hit him with a Scald and do some damage. No matter what he brings in, it's taking damage from the Scald. And Solar Beam. I mean, it does some damage, but it's not finishing me off. He's probably going for that again. Another Solar Beam. So we can switch in our Arcanine and should be able to take the damage. And since we're Assault Vest Max, special defense, like I said, we're going to eat it up. And we're going to go for this because it will do damage to anything besides his Mamoswine. So if he doesn't predict my Wild Charge and he doesn't go into his Mamoswine, then we should be doing some okay damage to it. Maybe even take it out. Yeah, he went for the Dragon Dance. There he goes. He's out of there. And now we have Andy put the sand away from me, so I don't take damage from it. He brings out his Slowbro. So since he brought out his Slowbro, I'm gonna switch into my Greninja. And we're gonna eat up his Scald. And we're gonna go for the Dark Pulse just to do some damage to whatever he brings out. And he doesn't switch, and the Dark Pulse Stab Life Orb takes it out easily. It easily takes out his Slowbro. Now we're gonna go for a second Dark Pulse, seeing if we're faster, unless he's Life or Choice Scarf. And he is slower, so if we get the flinch, which we don't, he's gonna switch out into whatever he does, and I'm gonna go for the U-turn this turn. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the U-turn. Just get some damage off while I switch out. We're going to switch back out into the Arcanine. Just to eat up the Giga Drain. And whatever he switches into, the Flare Blitz is going to take damage. And there he goes. He's gone. Take 30% recoil just because of his high defense stat. So that's kind of bad for us, but that's basically all. And he forfeits. So yeah, that's basically my idea on how I build my teams, and be looking forward to some tournament videos from the GE tournament too, coming up this Saturday, so there should be a couple videos coming out on that. This has been Deemdo, and I am gonna see you guys later.